Hi, my name is Miss Aring, and I teach 1720 classroom techniques here at BGSU. And these students are undergraduate music majors, and they are freshmen through senior, and they're basically studying how to work with children in the classroom. And so I've been a retired music teacher and have taught music for over 35 years, so I'm sharing a lot of my experience with them. Today you will see a lot of movement and instrument playing. They've been working on different approaches to teaching music in the elementary classroom, and we've been discussing the approaches of Dalcroze, Kodai, and Orff in the music classroom. And so today we are going to be demonstrating different techniques to use to encourage different kinds of music instruction through those approaches, things like pulse and meter and improvisation. And then also you will see a lot of the students practice some of their teaching today. So this is one of my best tricks, is when you want to improvise on the piano and have kids moving and doing some Dalcroze activities, use the black keys of the piano, and it's just so easy. So let's experiment with something in kindergarten and first grade. Let's do high and low. If you hear me play up in the high register, then make your motions go up higher, something. If it's low, down to the ground, something you can feel free to turn around, move all kinds of different ways. Don't be shy. All right, so let's just try it. Your kindergarten and first grade, you have no inhibitions at all. Don't copy anybody. Will, would you do something on the piano? See if you can keep some kind of pulse going so we have something to walk to. You okay? Okay, good. All right, give them a hand. All right, so spread out again a little bit. A lot of these activities aren't just for elementary school. You could use them in junior high and high school also. All right, let's see what's next. Kind of go stand back behind your chairs again. So let's start with just basic echoes, and then we're going to kind of go into some different techniques that I want to show you to get to improvisation. So be my echo. I'll go first. Good. So what did you notice from the teacher's perspective of how I gave those patterns to you? Did you notice any kind of special technique that I used, Grace?
You slowly started adding in more movements.
So I started out with just one level, and then I did 2 levels, and then 3 levels, and then 4. What else did you notice? Yeah.
I think you started with the same thing you ended on.
Exactly. I started with the same body part that I ended on. It just gives the kids a little more continuity. And did you also notice that I tried most of the time to go, when I did more of the body parts, to go from high to low or low to high. I didn't skip around too much. So those are the kind of things that we want to keep in mind to keep your echoes musical. We're going to do some improvisation on the ORF instruments. So kind of get in front of your ORF instruments. Grace, I'm going to ask you to be the beat keeper for a little bit. So, So I'm going to play the question on my alto xylophone, and all of you are going to do the answer. So I'm going to play about this long. Play anything, but don't end on C. That's what I'm going to play. And then you're going to do play anything, but end on C. Yes? It doesn't matter. Just doesn't, either one. The wood side's a little brighter, I think. So could you say this after me? Play anything but end on C.
Play anything but end on C.
And we'll just kind of go back and forth and back and forth. And if you can, listen to some of the rhythm patterns in my playing. See if you can borrow some of those rhythm patterns, even though they might not be on the same notes or on the same bars as I'm playing. So make your melody include some of the same rhythm patterns if you can. Okay, so Grace, you are just going to keep a steady beat. This is called a broken bordoon. Just on C and G, back and forth, whenever you're ready. Ready? I'll go first. Good job. So it sounds like a little composition, and I noticed, and I always point this out to the kids too, I noticed that you were taking some of my rhythms and putting them in your answer, and you were doing a great job of ending on C, and that's the key that we're in. We're in the key of C, and that is the tonic of the scale, and it's always good to end on C in our composition today, our improvisations. Another thing that I noticed some of you were doing is you were kind of moving your melody up and down the instrument or doing some repeated notes, and that is what makes a good improvisation. You want to be able to sing what you make up. So tell me which sounds more singable, number 1 or number 2. Here's number 1. Or number 2. Number 1, right. So I don't think I could sing number 2. It wouldn't be very pretty. So when you're making up your compositions, I know you're all playing at the same time, but kind of try and see if you can go up and down and make it really a nice melody. So this time, Grace is going to play, no, this time Grace gets to play anything she wants because I want her to practice too. I'm going to keep the beat up here. And this time the woods, all the xylophones, are going to be the question. So raise your hand if you're a xylophone player. So all the xylophones, you're going to go first. And are you going to end on C?
Yes.
No, because you're the question. Okay, and then metals, raise your hand. Are you going to end on C? Yes, because you're the answer. All right, so let's do woods, metals. Ready, set, the woods go first. Good, again. Woods again. One more. And just for fun, let's switch. Let's have the metals be the question, don't end on C, and the woods be the answer. Ready, set, the metals start first. Metals. And then you always point out, oh, I saw so-and-so, they were just going up their instrument, it sounded so nice and making some good melodies. I like the way that you were holding your mallets, you had good mallet technique, so tell all the kids, find some things they're doing well. Lastly, on another day or down the road, you want to maybe give a little assessment on, okay, are they getting the idea of question and answer technique? How is their mallet technique? Are they staying within the 8-beat phrase, or are they going too long or too short? So you might want to do a little question answer around the room. Ready, set, here she goes. I think you all got an A+ for your improvisations today. Good job. Everybody did the same phrase length. I heard you borrowing some patterns from your partner, so really good job. Okay.